these pictures of this.
First of all, it's an honor to be here for Neil's 65 years is a really long time, and I've only known him for 60. Despite Neil's relentless campaign to convince everybody that he's younger than me, he's not. So I have 60 years to reflect on with Neil as my brother.
I took a poll.
You did.
I'll announce the results later.
When we were kids, and there's no way to really sugarcoat this, Neil was a bully. From the time I was 4 years old, he bullied me. To be fair, he didn't beat me up all that much. But for a good 15 years, I thought he couldn't count past 3. All he ever said is, do this, I'm going to count to 3. If you don't do it, I'm going to count. I had a very keen instinct for survival, so when he got to 2, I usually did. A very familiar scene that played out. Here's an example. We lived in a 2-story house in Roselle. Neil and I had bedrooms upstairs. You walked up the stairs, his bedroom was on the right, my bedroom was on the left. He had air conditioning, I didn't. Why is that?
Bobby likes me more. No matter what you're going to say.
On a summer night, I would have to make some kind of deal with the devil to have Neil agree to let me sleep in his room so I could have air conditioning. We brought a cot into the room, and I had to be sure that I didn't do anything to disturb the aroma in the room. Because if I did, I was gone. And I got very creative. I could stifle the sound anytime with anything. I couldn't do anything in the smell. So invariably, the conversation would go, middle of the night, did you fart? No, I swear to God. He was the sole judge in our house. I'm lying. Get out of here. I would grab my blanket and my pillow, and I would walk like banished to the sauna across the But even in those days, there were some fond memories. Every once in a while, they would invite Steve and Andy and Neil would invite me to the annual birthday party for a 2,000-year-old man.
The voice is like
On October 16th every year, Sloppy Joe's cake, and they played the album. We listened to Sinatra at the Sands, and of course there were the day the running stopped. You know what that is?
The fugitive.
Right, exactly. Of course, with Neil, there were 2 days the running stopped. One was August 29th, 1967. That was the day that Richard Kimball caught the one-armed man. Everybody knows that.
obviously.
And the other is the day that Neil decided that he wanted to get into shape. So he said, I'm going to go, this is after we moved to Westfield, he said, I'm going to go running. But I want you to follow me. Because, I don't want to get so far away that I won't be able to go home. And I want you to give me a ride home if that happens. But no matter what, until I get a mile away, do not open the door. So we go 2 blocks. And he says, stop. And he comes over, he says, open the door. He says, no. Open the door. No, you told me not to open it. I'm going to count to 3. If you don't open the door, by the time I got to 3, I'm going to kill
You then left that one thing. That was to get ready for basic training.
Exactly right. So those are my early memories. The bullying bullying stage stopped when I was 17 years old, when I finally fought back. Everybody has probably heard this story, so I'm not going to tell it.
Oh, tell me.
See the scar?
He still has a scar on his lip.
From the chair.
From the chair.
Robin knows.
Then after that, Neil went off to college. And after he got done with college, I went off to college. And I owe it to him where I went because he was driving from Ohio to Miami. And he said he passed a nice looking school in Atlanta, I should go there. So I applied and went. Sight unseen.
Did he count to 3?
And during those years, you know, we really didn't have all that much contact. And then Neil got married and had kids. And I got married a little bit later and had kids. And the family started to getting together a little bit more. And then we started getting closer during that time. We started getting a little less competitive and started understanding each other a little bit more. And then my parents started having all these milestones. You know, the 60, the birthdays and the anniversaries, and the family started to getting together a lot more, and we started to see a lot more of each other, and we started to grow a lot closer during that time. And it's during that time that I discovered, you know, what is really Neil's best attribute, and I'm sure everybody knows that, his access to sports tickets. And his ability to put together golf trips. He got Molly and I, when Molly was...
I'm Molly.
When Molly was 12 years old, he got us tickets to the Yankees, Game 6, deciding game of the Yankees World Series at Yankee Stadium. Wonderful memory. He put together a golf trip at Pebble Beach and Cypress Point. Well, he put together. I only wish Corey Bronstein had been my brother. Because he truly had access. Great trip to Pebble Beach and Cypress Point. Really memorable. You know, if you're a golfer, you died and went to heaven if you do this trip, and it was really great. And
years older.
12 years older.
those are memories that we'll always have.
So
Now,
you're,
when you lose a parent,
you're 11 years old.
you know, two things can happen. Sometimes you can drive a wedge in the family. You're fighting over money. You're fighting over different things, and sometimes it can bring a family closer. And when Daddy died, you know, for sure, it made everybody closer. And that is something that I know Mommy is very proud of, and Daddy would be very proud of also. I remember before he died, you know, he made it a point to say.
Should we note the 61 and 65-year-old men who call their parents Mommy and Daddy?
You know, this is something that was very important to him, and he would be very proud that we all stayed close, Rob and Neil and I, and the whole family. The whole family, you know, the whole families now are so close that it's a wonderful thing. And
Want me to take you?
and as Molly said, you know, it gives Susie and I so much peace of mind to know that you guys are up here and that they love you like their own family, and that you love them the same way. And Neil, we're starting to celebrate milestones now. 65, that's a long time. You got your 40th anniversary coming up. I just turned 60. There's more of them to come, and I really now appreciate and understand you more than I ever have. And you know, you're tough. You try to be tough, but you're soft as can be. And you have a heart of gold. And even though we're different in a lot of ways, we are also alike in a lot of ways. And you have assumed the role of patriarch in the family, which was natural because you're by far the oldest person in the family. But not everybody does it. And you've welcomed it. And I now look up to you, and I now admire you more than I ever have before. You've become a great husband, great father, great grandfather. Not a great grandfather, but good grandfather.
I know what you meant.
A good uncle. And I'm proud to say you are a wonderful brother. And I love you.
Oh.